Let's take a look at the story of the fight in highlight form. And the caption here is Manny Pacquiao's straight left hand. One of the dominant weapons in boxing, perhaps the #1 offensive weapon in boxing over the course of the past 8 or 10 years. Manny Pacquiao's straight left hand, Emmanuel Stewart, dominated this fight.
But after the first few rounds, he never could land it consistently. You know, he could land it every once in a while, but usually, most of the time, Bradley was moving away from the punches. And he never could land it after these first two right here. The rest of the punches, he couldn't land just the way he wanted to. But he still did enough to win the fight and overpower Bradley.
Harold, how did your scorecard wind up?
Look at you, I got a 119, 109, 11 rounds to 1, Manny Pacquiao. I agree with the graphic, with the clip that shows that straight left hand landing over and over and over again. That was the determining factor in each and every round. It would hurt Bradley with that straight, vicious left hand. Bradley couldn't knock enough power shots to hurt Pacquiao more. 11 to 1, Manny Pacquiao.
All right, Harold Letterman, take us through the 3 official judges who will score the fight very quickly.
All right, as I say, Dwayne Ford teaches all the other judges how to judge. Very solid choice here. C.J. Ross, she's been judging for a while, there's no doubt about it. She's been judging since 1992, but I don't know if she's ready for a major fight like this, a little bit shaky. Jerry Roth, very good judge. Had a tough time recently with Brandon Rios and Richard Abril, but other than that, he's usually pretty solid.
All right. Michael Buffer is standing by with the official results. Let's go to him right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand, we go to the scorecards. Jerry Roth scores about 115, 113 for Pacquiao. C.J. Ross scores it 115, 113 for Bradley. And Dwayne Ford scores it 115, 113 to the winner by split decision. And new WBO welterweight champion of the world, the Desert Storm, Timothy Bradley.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't think we're blind. I think Harold Letterman is the best scorer alive, and I think that is a terrible, bogus decision.
I'm dumbfounded. I don't know what to say. I mean, that's what they started off with 115 and 113. I have no comment. I'm totally confused.
I'm as confused as anyone could possibly be. Chinky Pacquiao's reaction at ringside. Timothy Bradley has scored an upset split decision victory over Manny Pacquiao. God only knows how. Harold Letterman, Jim, you covered Dwayne Ford with glory. You talked about how he teaches the others how to score. He scored the fight for Timothy Bradley.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Manny Pacquiao was the aggressor all night. He walked him down, he set him up, and then he belted him with the left hand. I mean, you couldn't miss it. Timothy Bradley covering up, backing up, never really landed a solid shot that stopped Pacquiao in his tracks. Never hurt him once. I mean, that decision was a crime. Without question, Manny Pacquiao won the fight.
What is happening to scoring in Las Vegas, Nevada? This is the second decision here this year that those of us who follow the sport have to look at and think of as absurd. Bob Arum smiling as he hugged Timothy Bradley.
Yeah, both under contract. You know, after being here for the second Hearns-Leonard fight, and in doing that decision, nothing really surprises me in decisions.
Well, there's Manny Pacquiao waving to the crowd and smiling. If that was a test of his new commitment and religious faith, he passes the test because he's able to treat this equanimously, at least so far. Total punches landed. Pacquiao lands 94 more. by CompuBox count. And lands at nearly twice the connect percentage rate, landing 34% of his punches to 19% for Bradley. Power punches, 190 for Pacquiao, 108 for Bradley. 28% to 39%. And frankly, I didn't see Bradley land that many really solid connect shots in the fight.
No, when they had those little flash exchanges, he landed punches a lot of time. He would get out of the way of many shots and land a lot of flashy tail-end punches, but I didn't think he did enough to beat him and to win the decision.
What about all the banging to the body and clinches? Could that have been the difference? It's just amazing to me. I have no way to understand this. Let's take a look at Monica Bradley during the moment of the decision. And that's Cameron Duncan, who is Bradley's manager. And their level of ecstasy is almost beyond description. And this is Jinky Pacquiao, who heard the third score and looks up in extreme disbelief. She's been to a few fights in her lifetime.
She has a lot of company.
The two boys came to their prize fight for the first time, and here's Bradley hearing the decision.
Well, Bradley himself showed the emotions that he'd won the fight after the fight, his expressions.
All right, Max Kellerman is in the ring. Let's go to him right now.